There's other ones that's not so impactful though. Let's see. I posted recently my GI tract is backed up with possible ulceration. Again, the concern would be inside out, burning outward. So that's problematic. Obviously, going down with the stomach and bowel and everything, slippery elm, marshmallow, very healing, but also a little pulling. That's why the plantain, and trying to pull at the same time gives some gentle, soothing effects with the marshmallow and the slippery elm, but have a little drawing effect because we have to deal with the cause. No matter what, you have to deal with the cause. If you keep trying to treat the symptom even this way, you just will never be successful. You've just got to plow through it no matter what it takes to get this lymph moving, and this is very problematic, especially those with the sulfur. And so one lad was telling me he's on this compound. I was talking about it yesterday, and I looked it up, and it's got ethanol in it. The biggest part of the formula is simple: asparagus extract. And yeah, you could get some asparagus extract, and that would be okay. But taking any supplement with ethanol, that would something medical doctors give. That wouldn't be in the plan. I'm starting, and the only way you're going to find out, because your sulfur is always orange, so you can tell by using asparagus extract if you have the sulfur ring and all that, if you would start seeing it coming out, then I would be very impressed. I'm going to start playing with that myself and see, but without the ethanol. Let me see. Any other advice for healing ulceration? Just everything we're talking about. The marshmallows, the slippery elms, the comfreys, and the horsetails and things like that. At the same time, move lymph. Very important to move the lymphatic system, the cause of the problems. Because 9 times out of 10 down in the colon and stuff, this isn't from hydrochloric acid. This burn is probably interstitial lymphatic constipation burn, and that's not a fun burn. Just wanted to tell you I love your detox book. Oh, I appreciate that. Raw Crave, thank you. I need to get in there and rewrite. There's nothing to rewrite too much. I want to bring a little more about distilled water. I kind of like to get more mountain water in there, talk about that a little bit. A few little things the publisher is trying to get me to rewrite or add a little to it so he can put it in a second edition. And it's like, well, I like it how it is. I don't have time. It's like, oh my God, I got so many books sitting there, but this is how I feel my books are being written, is through you guys and this YouTube. It's a good way. It's a good way to learn, in my opinion. And after I get to a certain point with these questions, I'm going to get more involved with quizzing and getting you guys more up to speed even more, and there's a certain point where most of you are getting it. And then it's just getting out there and working with others, articulating what you know in the head through the mouth. And that's a big problem. I said this in class, and I've said this before, is that, start practicing on the animals or the trees. Start talking with them. They'll listen to you. And just start talking with them. And talking with them about health and things. And say, I'm gonna use you as a human now. Now listen, this is what and start talking with them and articulate, because the mind is so massive. And the physical body is so small that you see so much more than what you can funnel down and get out through the mouth. So you get to play with that. Learn how to connect yourself to when you start talking, it's flowing from the high all the way through you. You're not thinking when you're talking because you already know the subject matter. Why would you have to think about it? You just let it flow. You know what you want to say, and start getting used to operating from your higher self soul. And that the mind will just be open for you to use, and you won't even have to consciously use it. I appreciate that. I really do. I look forward to watching your videos. Thanks so much for your comment, Raw Crave. I appreciate it. We like support, of course, and everybody does. That's why I'm always going to support you guys. And I appreciate the same, because we must work as a team. this world, one isn't enough. We must be a team. If we're going to conquer the, or at least bring the light in a greater stance here, then we have to be more of us and stand strong and demand truth and honesty and integrity out of the people we hire to oversee us, not to control us, not to pass laws that doesn't allow us to have freedom, but and this is every country, because I'm looking at a lot of these countries now, and they're trying to pass laws that are trying to suppress your rights. Be real careful, because right now it's getting worse. And even in Canada now, we've got the medical doctors going after homeopathy. Oh my God. I mean, this is the field they need to take on and take on themselves. Again, when you allow a narcissistic criminal to keep going, this is what you're getting. And they've gotten so blatant that your poor moms, your kids are not in your hands at all. This is a sad thing, is we don't have jurisdiction over our children. You know, you raise them, you pay all the money, you raise them, you love them, you spend all the years with them, but states have jurisdiction over them. I don't know how it is in all the different countries, but this is from I Am Stormy Winters. Ooh, Stormy Winters. Ugh. Man. Blue skies, white sand beaches, and beautiful azure water. Thank you for your informative videos. Thanks for tuning in here, my friend. I wish I had found you a year ago. Yeah, I know. You know, and I would have loved to have done these 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, Dan had been talking to me a couple of years about them, you know, and I'm not really, you know, I'm an old country guy. I'm really like simplicity. I'm not really, you know, a real internet person, but I love it, because hard for these criminals like the IRS and the World Bank to hide what they're doing. Truth is out there, and I'm not going to stop it now. They might try to jail us and everything, but, you know, in the end, the karma wouldn't be worth it for them. I wish I had, let's see, I don't have a good genetic imprint. You know, I don't either. And that's kind of sad, but those of us that have weaker genetic imprints, we've got to take care of yourself. You can't go way off the deep end. When you find raw and you balance out, if you balance out with some cooked and things, okay, but don't go too far off the deep end. Those people like me with poor genetic imprints, our bodies don't like the deep end. Our bodies like a good amount of raw foods and everything else. So those with weaker genetic imprints have to stay pretty high raw in their lives, which you should anyway. I stay pretty high raw. My dad is a full-blown diabetic and has had open heart bypass surgery, kidney transplant. Look at here. See how this is connected? Kidney transplants, gallbladder removed. I mean, this poor chap, his dad's had all kinds of problems. Well, here we go. Diabetes, adrenal glands. Now, if it's type 1, it could be the neurological diabetes, which could be the adrenals or pituitary, obviously. Or it could be, you know, the islets and the pancreas. But it would always be the lymphatic system that's breaking anything down. Here's the proof. Guy lost his kidneys already. That's what created all the heart attacks and diabetes in the first place. And the gallbladder was the kidneys. The problem's always the kidneys. And look, kidney transplant. I have been told I am type 2 diabetic. Okay, so here the son is going right down the path of the dad. This is the adrenal glands sitting on top of what? Yep, that's right, the kidneys. And so this is problematic, walking down that same road, and it says, Dad's had him out, son. Listen, my friend, to get off of all protein yesterday and get on a raw food diet, which I suppose you are, but definitely get something into those adrenal glands. You're going to have a, you know, down the hill on the adrenals, you know, genetically speaking. So yeah, you have to strengthen those and get those cleaned up. I was having elevated pancreas enzymes, which started a year ago. Well, see, see here again, going back to a tree. Here's the top of a tree. Here's the trunk, the embryonic trunk, the embryonic tail, the trunk, and then you have your branches, liver, pancreas. So again, your dad lost his gallbladder, but here you go, you're having pancreatitis to a certain extent. So again, lymph does this. Lymph is what's breaking it down. So you're definitely going to be interstitially lymphatically constipated. You're going to have some malabsorption issues going on. You got the lymph system in the pancreas is backed up, and my guess it's backed up in the liver as well, my friend. So really want to go after this. Abdominal pain along with right and left rib pain, lower back, there we go, see? There's your kidneys, the lower back, you're walking down that road to your dad. The problem is you're going to walk down the same road 10, 20 years sooner than he did. So what I like about you, Stormy Winters, is you're starting to learn, grow, grab a hold of this, my friend. You'll pull yourself back out of this. I see where you're talking about. Go after those kidneys. Stay away from all protein of every kind, nuts, everything else. Keep those kidneys really nice, and no abrasive acidic chemistry for them right now. And just let them heal up and go after that. My gallbladder was removed. Oh. So his gallbladder was removed a year ago, so he's walking right down daddy. Now I wish I had waited. I was at the Mayo Clinic. Oh yeah, the lovely Mayo Clinic. I love the Mayo Clinic, don't you? I had a lady fly in here from London, and she probably had 30, 40 tumors on both legs, popped out all around both legs. And she flew in from London, and I told her, asked her if she still drinks milk, and she said, well, of course. And I said, well, the Mayo Clinic didn't tell you not to drink milk with those tumors? And she said, no. And I said, you know, I'm just curious. I said, what does the Mayo Clinic have you doing about all these tumors on your legs? She says, well, I've been coming to the Mayo Clinic over here in Florida for quite some time now, probably 7 or 8 years, and they have me wrapping my legs in cellophane. Now, the Mayo certainly has a lot of physicians that are the best of the best of the best, right? Cellophane, interesting. It took me about 3 months, and I had them all gone, but one little one still kind of left that she... it was easy to finish that one up. Boy, was she pissed off. She was really mad, and not at me. She had spent tens of thousands of dollars at the Mayo Clinic with no change, and we had them all gone in 3 months. That's the problem, and that's the problem with what's out there. So this is the problem with healthcare. It isn't healthcare. So, but it's okay, get your liver healthy. That's just what I'm saying. Your liver's involved here too. The pancreas, this is your lymph system, bro. Really got a honk on it, because you don't want to lose your kidneys. Tell me what your creatinine is. Be sure you watch that, and go right after your kidneys. Easy. They did an MRCP and an EUS along with a PCP to TP do it. No, I'm just sorry, I got carried away there. Results came back negative. They gave me nortriptyline or something for nerve pain, but all it does is mask my symptoms. Yeah, can you help with a protocol? I'm worried about my 13-year-old son. Oh man, you're getting smart, Stormy Winters. You're getting really smart. Absolutely, you should be worried about your 13-year-old son. Well, now's the time. Not yes, right now is the time for you guys, your whole family, to get yourselves back on track here, or get on track in the first place, and go after this. You definitely want to do, if it was me, I'd be doing a stomach and bowel, whatever I needed to move my bowels at least once or twice a day. 2, I would do lymphatic 1 capsules. I would be doing 3 times a day. Start pulling on that bowel wall, pulling on the liver and everything. I'd probably do the liver capsules maybe 2, 3 times a day. You could go to save money. You could do the liver formula for a bottle, and then do the pancreatic formula for a bottle, and then the liver formula. But a lot of the liver herbs, quite truthfully, go over to the pancreas and help that. So you could just even stay with the liver and the gallbladder formulas. It's just the lymph system anyway. Keep that in mind, and that's what you're after.